Hello, my name is Josh, and today we're going to be doing an iPhone 8 back glass repair. Today we're going to be going over the step-by-step process I take to remove the back glass and adhesive on a new one. To start off, we're going to be using masking tape and go around the edges of the device and also cover the camera so nothing happens to it, as we are going to be using laser. I thought I should say that the front LCD is broken. There are some green lines in it, so it's going to need a screen replacement anyways, so I'm not too concerned about the screen being damaged. My main goal is to make sure the phone and all the components don't get a bunch of dust or residue inside of them. As we are replacing the back glass, I don't really care if I scratch it or not, so I'm going to be going around the camera and creating a little cutout for the camera. I am applying quite a bit of pressure to the back glass, but it's going to be replaced, so I'm not too concerned of scratching it. I do recommend you can go around the edges with the Sharpie and then place it on a cutting board and then cut out a circle. Now I'm going to move on to putting tape all the way around the sides, just so nothing really gets into the phone. Like I said, it does have a broken LCD, so it's going to be replaced anyways. I don't really care about adhesive being all over it, so I'm just going to start pressing this down. And now once that's done, we have all the edges covered, along with the camera, and most importantly, the charging port. I'm going to be using autofocus, so I'm going to drop this right underneath and tap autofocus. Once the light turns on the focal length indicator, we're good to go. Now that there's some weight right there, just in case it slides a little bit, we're good to go. I also want to make sure I'm getting as close to the camera I can without going over it. I like to turn off all the office lights so I can see the laser a little bit better. After making quite a few adjustments, I can see that it's almost perfect on the edges. I'm going to pull that side out one more time, just a tiny bit, and we'll see where we're at. It's right on the edge of the phone, and that looks good to me, so now we're ready to mark. One more time double checking, and then I'm going to click mark. What marking does is it turns the laser to 95% power, and it's going to laser off all the adhesive underneath the back glass. With that being said, there is a bunch of spider cracks right there, so the laser might refract and it might have some trouble, but we're gonna see. After positioning the camera for a good old time lapse, we're gonna click mark. Right now you can see the laser start taking off the back glass. Now I'm out here on the workbench and I'm placing the phone down on a rag. I'm replacing the screen, but I don't want to scratch it more than it already is, and it's just good practice. I'm going to be using a pick to get inside, along with some other tools, like a spudger and a welcome card from some random hotel. I'm going to be going along the sides and trying to get underneath the phone just so I can get a good pry on the glass. This is a pretty extensive process. Takes a little bit, and you want to be careful, especially around the camera and around the wireless charging pad, which is right there in the red. As you can see, there's adhesive right underneath, and my hands are already getting dirty, so I'm going to put on some gloves. Don't forget, it's not plastic, it is glass, so damage can happen to your hands. This is a pretty violent process, I'm not going to lie, but I'm going to try and time-lapse it. And you can see all of this adhesive that was underneath that just got taken out by the laser. It looks really cool. And just like that, the last piece of glass comes out. Now I'm going to be going around and detailing and scraping more glass off of the sides and the edges, along with some of the adhesive. I am posting this to my TikTok and making a video about it. I'm asking my followers what color they want to see on the back glass, as I do have multiple colors. I could just go with red, but I want to be interactive with my followers. After hurting my hands a lot and getting all the back glass off, I cleaned up the edges and got as much as I could of the adhesive. Now I'm going to make sure it's stationary and it's still on autofocus, so we're good to go. I'm going to turn on the air filter, then we're going to mark it for the second and final time and allow it to take off all the adhesive. I'm letting this go for quite a long time, but right after one more pass, you can see the adhesive is lifting up right there. What I'm going to be doing is taking off the adhesive, and then I'm going to be doing it one more time to make sure there's no adhesive left on the back plating. Now, after going around the edges with the razor blade, I realized that there's still some adhesive, so I'm going to reposition the laser to be further out on the edges. I'm probably going to get some discoloration, but I'd rather have the back glass sit flush in discoloration and the back glass be bumpy, because over here there's still quite a bit of adhesive. So I'm going to reposition it and mark it again. Now, after triple checking, it looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to mark it again, and this time at 90% power. So I'm stopping the video right here because when I was editing I realized I lost some footage, and basically I'm making a TikTok video out of this video. If you want to look at the phone with the back glass, which is black, and then the customized glass, you can see it at Josh Connects is my TikTok. And so now I'm going to be adding clips and a montage of me going to the store and making the customized phone. Bank account's completely drained. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. And it still works. I mean, the front's pretty messed up, but I mean, kind of underwhelming if I'm being honest, but hey, it is what it is. I wanted to thank you guys for watching, and as always, follow the TikTok and like and subscribe if you liked it. If not, and you think it looks terrible, don't forget to let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will anyways. This is my first YouTube video, and everyone on TikTok was absolutely begging for it, so it's kind of rushed and not that professional, but I hope you guys enjoyed.